Hey guys, what's up? Cameron here, and today we're going to be talking about my thoughts on the format. I usually do this at the start of with the new formats, and I usually give an opinion on what I think the format's going to be like. But since I wasn't actually playing when this format started, I couldn't really do that. So I figured I'd do a what I think about the format as of right now. So anyway, like I just started playing again, and I've been doing a lot of research stuff. Like I didn't think I was gonna have to like go and just look through all this stuff. Like I was looking through new sets, looking at the new decks, and just trying to get an idea what was going on. Like I was reading the recent YCS, just seeing things that were top in the duelist leagues and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is literally the most diverse format I have played in since Monarchs, and Monarchs was actually a I don't want to say it was diverse, but there was different variants of the Monarch deck. So it wasn't like, you play against basically the same build every time like it was in the Dino Rabbit format. It was pretty much like you knew you were going to be playing against Monarchs, but what was this guy going to be using to summon his Monarchs? There was the standard typical Treeborn Frog, Giant Rat, but then there was like people would be running can't remember the name of this card, but it was a water monster, and you banish a water type monster from your graveyard, special summon it. People would be running decks like that, and you're just like, oh my god, I don't know what this guy's gonna do. And it was fun. It was fun because you had no idea what your dude was gonna be playing. Even Burns, like Burn was like the annex deck. Like if you play against that deck, you're an asshole. If you play with that deck, you're an asshole. That was the deck that you didn't want to play against. It was fun. And that's how it is for me again. Like I'm just noticing it's like the last format was cool. They pretty much like ruined my TG Agent deck, which is really what made me fall off the face of Yu-Gi-Oh for a while because that deck was fun for me. I loved that deck. It was just like there were so many different combos and I loved it. And they ruined it for me. And I tried to stick around playing with black ones, but it was just like I can't do this anymore. And so I stopped. And now that everything's a little more diverse, I'm happy to be back playing again. I just love it. Like it was so sad whenever you would go look at the YCS because whenever the recent YCS would come out, it would be like, okay, what's gonna top? Dino Rabbit, Dino Rabbit, Dino Rabbit, Dino Rabbit, Dark World. Ah, hey, something different. Dino Rabbit, and a random Chain Burn or random Empty Jar, just something random. And it was like, okay, could we actually have something top that's not Dino Rabbit for once? Oh, hey, Dark World. Awesome. But that's how it was. It was like I already knew it was going to top before it even happened because everybody played Dino Rabbit, so it was pretty much the odds of a Dino Rabbit topping was like 50 to 60. It was going to happen regardless of what anybody wanted. And shit, Dino Rabbit's still topping. One made top 8 at the Rhode Island, but that was the only one. So it's just awesome. Like I love the fact that whenever I now go look at a YCS, it's like Six Samurai, Gladiator Beast. Even though a Six Sam deck didn't top at the recent, Rhode Island YCS, but it did win Indianapolis, which is pretty awesome. Um, but it's just like it's so diverse. Like I love that. Like the Gear Gia deck, even though like it's so far from what I've seen, it's viewed upon as like one of the top meta decks. Like as in I expect it to be in the top 8 every YCS. Still though, like there's so many other decks like the Chaos Dragons. Those are awesome. Like I love the fact that that's topping too. Agents, there's so many different forms of agent decks now, and I think that's awesome too. Like Natterbase playing the same build. There's these random spellcasters when they get more of their support, they're going to be awesome too. I was watching a video of somebody proxying the cards, and it was just like, oh my god, this deck is amazing. Like it's going to be so cool. It's so diverse, and I love that. I love that when you go to play against somebody, it's like, okay, what am I playing against? Now I've actually got to sit down, use my brain instead of whereas normally my deck would be on autopilot. I actually have to use my brain, think about what I'm going to do, and I love that. Those are the formats that I thrive in. The autopilot formats and the Saki formats, I can't play because it's just like, okay, I get field advantage. Next turn, opponent sacks on me with like Dino Rabbit shenanigans. Like what the fuck? Now I can't do anything. I hate that. Now it's like if I get field advantage, I can maintain that field advantage. I'm pretty much going to win. Um, And that's how it goes. That's how it should be. It should be a thought process. It shouldn't be, I play this card, I play this card, I win. It should be, okay, I play this card, leading into this card, countering your card, you counter that. I'm gonna go around it this way. That's how it should be. That's how the game should be played, and I love that. It's not as one-sided as it used to be. Now it can go back and forth, and I like that. Which I've seen cases where opponent gets a bad draw, which ultimately leads to him losing. I mean, that's normal though. That happens. You can't really do anything about that. You can play around it, but your odds of playing around a bad hand are very slim. But it happens, and that's cool too. So I love that. I mean, I like how diverse this thing is, and I mean, I would never in a million years last format play with a Six Samurai deck. I was going to play with something that had the better odds of playing against Dino Rabbit. And that's pretty much how a lot of people played. The people who couldn't afford to play Dino Rabbit, they were going to play with the deck that ultimately had the better matchup against the Dino Rabbit, i.e. Dark Worlds. A lot of people play with Dark Worlds because Graphic could run over everything in the Dino Rabbit deck. Which was why, a guy I know, Robert Bryant, when he topped YCS Atlanta with Dark Worlds, he knew going into that event that this is going to be the best counter for Dino Rabbit because it's going to be able to run stuff over in that deck, and they're not going to be able to come back as well as my deck can. Besides, I could just summon a Dark World, put it into my hand. Here's Graph, a 3,000 meter, suck my deck. Things aren't like that anymore. There's an out to everything, and I love that. That's how the game should be, and I'm very happy to be in this format, and I really hope that Konami keeps doing what they're doing with the reprints and all that. It's very healthy for the game, and basically it invites new players to come into the game and be able to get tournament competitive cards, and that's amazing. I love that, especially for somebody who me that's returning to the game. Now I can play with a tournament ready deck, and I don't even have the money right now to be doing that, and I love that. So really great to be back. Can't wait to actually start getting into the format, playing against tournaments, playing against my friends. I think this is a great tournament for anyone to join up, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.